Father, then you know, sir, my respect, sir. Big respect to one and all, you know, you're your family still. But guess what, I'm Rasta. You know, sir, a long time I say that thing there. Long time I say that thing there, now what the vibes, you know, but me not even ready, you know. Long time I say that thing there, brother. A long time. I'm gonna ask you, tell me, I tell you, big man thing. A long time I buy a lot for alright. See? Cause me the youth of them thing I'm studying out. Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Francis Chris. I can name a whole lot of them people, their family. I'm a black leader, them man, like how Marcus. All of them say Marcus. All of them, even the one where John Henry Clark put up Marcus gave a legacy. Listen to that one there, when I tell you all the man them don't a yard plot against him. Enough to my eyeball far right. You see where I come from, so I like say real. I see them thing a long time far right and I hold the realms. And I hold my meditation. So when I look forward and go to ropes and think where you think I go on. I can't say real. But at least we know some man come now we have a wider platform. Can show the youth them say, yo brother, I that go on and check it. I that go on. So some man make his medicine no. We wait his medicine in time and them thing because we never have no knowledge of certain things. Me never have no knowledge of certain things. I know I start to get knowledge of certain things, trust me. Me have my never them long time, I never them drop them thing the far right. Listen to me, long, me have a brain of it. Over 20 of the years. My never drop his majesty. Me nah ask you, I tell you, Kunta. A man named Kunta. Him father give him African name. Kunta Kente. My never name. And the man have long time, the man have been know, say his majesty, look, you the food and feed the lion them and all kind of thing. And I say, and tell about them time that we say his majesty, so we now see what him say. And the man say, uncle, listen to me. Enough thing the king go on with, brother. And that me I make you know. And I say, trust me, man, everyone. For real. And I show me that books and thing and far right. It's like I can't hold on upon it. Can't over it because I can't see the king them way like that. Me I tell you in a real life. I will me turn man firm up certain way and deal with reality. You see where I come from. Because even the king make you know, say, I say if you deal with everything. According to how you see it. So if you see say boy that him do. You see man I like him, I gonna tell you say boy, you for do it and him for do it and you never see that way. But no, the king do that, and that the king do. The king if the king take down the black man and put up the white man. And that the king do take down the black man and put up the white man. I can't complain and I can't say nothing. And that him do. So that's the reality in our life, brother. So enough man have to know that man. So if I come go and man they want to deal with Rasta, you have to deal with the reality man, trust me man, and deal with it straight. No hard feelings. If you know so if the king violate them, you see if the king do some work and ones and one see it as violation, ones and ones are gonna see it as violation. In a real life, my father. You see me? And if a violation, cause any man violate. Whether my mother, my father, me not give a fuck. Oh. You violate. So if the king violate. So that's the thing there. You can't go around it, man. If you're a Rasta, man. And Rasta are purity. So if you deal with purity, you can't deal with no nasty ways out. The nasty way out. No, you can't pure and look for the nasty way out. No, man. You see me? The king, you know. Don't say no. I have no problem with that, you know. But if that a film works, that a film works. You can't give him works when you do. You have to give him works when him do. And that may make you know. So the king do that. You see me? But give thanks Father Bunny for the strength and continue push it because I bought a long time. Long time. Because I'm a Dr. Ben youth. John Henry Clark. Ivan Van Sertima. They came before Columbus. I can't tell you enough book. Dr. Francis Crest, The Key to the Color. I can't tell you enough book when me got through. I got through enough of them book there. Dr. Ben, Civilization Along the River Nile. You see me? John Henry Clark, Marcus Garvey legacy. I can't tell you the whole of them book and them thing, man, because them thing my eyeball far right. So I nice sight them thing from a distance. But give thanks to the trend and you come put it out and better you them know. But I'm not surprising to I man. Believe me, man. I'm my teacher them there. Them youth are my teacher. Them teacher they are my teacher. Just like how Marcus Garvey, the king of my teacher, because you have to learn. So I grab them for grab and leg them for leg. That me I tell you, because I not grab everything. Because I never grab that in a far right. That me I make know. Although the king did, I never grab that. Just like how Dr. C tell me something for suck pussy, because that's something good and I never suck pussy yet. Never in my life. And Dr. C tell me everything when him tell me. I follow it. Otherwise I'm that. That me I make you know. So I not follow the king and do everything what the king do. No, I not in that to no man, you know. Now grab what me want grab and run, you know. And what me no want me left, you know. Because if that, me not grab that, you know. Not turn down my people, them. Me not doing it. So if that the king getting vision or the king works, that if a fiend works, a fiend works. I don't know if it's to ask him and question him works, but if a fiend works, a fiend works. And Rastafari live.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, world. This is the Rastafari International Ambassador, JahBunny, better known as the Badass, the man from Buzzwalk, Bakawal. This is the Runaway Slave Station. Today, I will be discussing the topic of the world have become an open-air prison. I will be asking my good Black American sister by the name of Sister Michee X to help me explain and break it down to you all. So, Sister Michee, fair use of your program. Over the years, I've been one of your loyal followers. I know you're a very complex sister. So am I. So we have that in common. But with all due respect, you would want me to share this program. So this is how I will share the program, by using extract from your An American have become an open prison to carry it wider and broader. So I will use the fair use of your program to establish that point.
But again, I think that we should pay attention to that. How many of you, when I asked y'all in the last video, how many of y'all, do you know what an open air prison is? Do you know what it is? So the word open air prison came from what they're doing over there in Palestine. An open air prison. Now, I would ask you if you have paid attention to what's going on in America. Now, when COVID first happened, you remember everybody went inside of the house. I want you to know that everybody, when they went inside of the house, they were doing a lot of things outside. Now, I was in Colorado at the time, and I don't know about y'all, but y'all gonna probably tell me y'all seen it too. If you look, they were putting up all kinds of 5G towers and things that look like trees. How many of y'all have that in y'all community? They were putting up the brown poles, and they like, sisters, you know how you get the fake Christmas trees and you got to put it on one branch at a time, right? Well, they were putting the branches on one at a time, and it don't even look like a tower. It looked like a tree. Y'all remember when they was doing all of that kind of stuff? Well, at the same time they were putting all of that stuff up, you know what else has been going up in our streets? But they have added thousands of them to every city, especially Atlanta. Atlanta has a ton of them, and that would be cameras. Now, I want you to tell me as an American, how free are you if I understand when you're in public, they say that whenever you're in public, whatever it is that you're doing and whatever's going on in eyesight of people, it's not something you have the right to privacy in. And that's one thing, but it is another thing for there to be cameras every fucking where you go, not at the street lights, but at the corner of your neighborhood, at the corner of your block, at the corner over here by the regular park in the daycare. Why are there cameras every single place? And you do know those cameras are being manned, and there is a room where somebody can sit back and they just watch everything that's going on in the city, and you somewhere on 45th and 6th picking your drawers out your ass, and somebody is sitting in the room like, look at them, look at them, look at them. I see you. Ha, they laughing at your ass. Now, you know, maybe you thought you got away with it, but they're watching you. But let me tell you, because this goes way deeper than that. This goes way deeper than that. How many of you know that there's a connection to this, to all of the thefts that are happening in the stores, and they keep telling you that you need to can y'all excuse me, I'm still a little under the weather, that's why I got my water, so y'all excuse me for all the coughing. But how many of you know that with all the thefts in the store, they keep talking about this great new technology and AI that are their new security systems? So in these new security systems, they have cameras in the stores, and you can go look these stories up. I don't have no videos for y'all tonight, you guys, but they have surveillance cameras, okay? And these surveillance cameras in the store actually watch your algorithms, and that's how they can tell if you're stealing. It watches you and says man or woman, which is weird to me why they make that argument. There's no gender, but it'll say male, female. It will tell you that you're standing normally. You don't seem nervous. Everything seems fine. And when you come in and out of that store enough, the AI system in the cameras is learning your human algorithm. Your human algorithm. So when you come in the store and you start stealing, or you're doing things that are unlike what you normally come in here and do, when you are acting in a way that AI is not used to you acting, when they realize, eventually it's probably going to have a body sensors on there when your temperature rises because you're nervous, while your body heat level going up. It's going to have all of that. Trust me, because they're going to equate that to viruses. If your body temperature is over a certain amount, you might have a virus. Now, look, everything I done told y'all when we started talking before COVID in and now, and even what I said it was going to happen with these immigrants, all of this shit has happened. When I told y'all they was going to be giving people universal income, and they used COVID as a test pilot for that to see if you would sit your ass at home and get a check, is they not doing that now? Go Google universal income programs. They're in every fucking city. They're testing pilot programs for them now. When I told you your children were going to be in school, they have options now that's called remote public school. I'm here in Georgia. My child is homeschooled, but they kept sending us papers talking about your child has a choice. They can learn from home. See, they set up them systems during COVID. So now they can send your kids home anytime because they already have the system set up for your kids to learn. Mark my words that eventually, teachers will not even teach your children. Your children will be at home learning on a computer to save space, because there's no point to come into a school so that they can be taught by robots. When your child can get on a computer, they can go to school, and the AI system they're going to tell you will teach your child better than any adult. You know why? Any human. Because the AI system is going to know their IEP. The AI system is going to be able to give them a personalized program based on your child. They're going to rate everything that they do. They're going to give them lessons based on where they are. So every child is going to get the individualized education that they need. Mark my words, that shit is going to be a slogan in a motherfucking commercial. And when it happened, you just remember that I told you that it was going to. You're going to be at home because between AI And the immigrants, you're going to be receiving a universal income. You might think that that is great to sit on your ass and get a check from the government and be taken care of. But what you must understand, even if they gave you $5,000 a month, you are now taking government benefits, which allow them to have you have to sign up for them. Remember, I told you that with the immigrant civil rights was when you talk about the right to housing, the right to housing is not putting me in Section 8 because that's the system. The right to housing is when you give me the opportunity and the ability to be able to be a homeowner. See, they're giving the immigrants a civil right that says you have the right to housing. They're not giving that to you, they're giving that to them. So when you look at that, even though you're getting an income, it is different when you work for your money versus when your money is given to you by the government. Now, they'll probably take that a step further. And then when you get it, it's going to be a card that's probably going to have digital currency on it. So they will have access to your wallet, right? Because it is something they're giving you. And then when you begin to become penalized for things that you should or you shouldn't do in societal norms, they can lock your account. If we have another virus, let me give you an example because you think this shit ain't true. If we had another virus and your money was put on there, they could actually stop you from boarding planes, stating that you first must get a vaccination. And once you do that, it will update in the system. If not, they will lock your card so you cannot spend it at certain places. You cannot go travel, so they will not allow you to buy airline tickets, travel tickets, or they may even fucking cut off you to use it at gas stations. Who knows? But they will have control of those things. And because you have taken it and signed that paperwork and agreed to this because you're taking government dollars. It's the same thing as when people are on welfare. You have requirements when you're on welfare. You just go walk around and do whatever the hell you want. You have to report to them how much money you're making, if somebody moves in your house, moves out of your house, how many people are in there, what's going on with you and your job. Do they not? Right. Shout out to you, Walter. Thank you for that donation. Walter, you always showing love and support. I appreciate you. So while we're paying, I want you to know, it don't matter if Kamala get in the White House or Trump get in the White House. This project, not 25, not 47, not your mama or your daddy. See, there's a project that was in place long before these motherfuckers came along. Trump nor Kamala. And so none of them are going to stop that. And while we fight over other things that we are looking at, this new world order is going into play, whether you think so or not. Okay? So understand that even when we talk about this, you talk about the cameras being everywhere. Can I remind you of something else, you guys? And see, this is what America does. How many of you know that America, the land of the great and all of that bullshit, and the land of the free? How many of you know that America actually creates these problems, and they do it in such a way that they let you think that your freedom that you are handing over was your idea? And that you're okay with what they're doing, and they ease this shit in on you like it was all on you.
Now, before I get into the program, I would like you to remind you all that I did time, quite a significant amount of time too. And upon my release, that's when I have discovered that I was actually still in prison. I have done 15 years, and only recently I have find myself coming out of my shell within the last 5 years. So this program is dedicated to Gilly priests and the survivors. This is what motivates me today to be doing this program. Now, when I first came out, for those of you that know me closely, I had first-hand information regarding John Gotti when he was going through his trial and tribulation. I actually was locked on the same wing in MCC, downtown Manhattan, with him. So I have first-hand information as to what telecommunication was used for and how they use it to bring down most so-called gangster. Now, I had become paranoid with the phone throughout the years. There was a time when I would have locked my phone away, lock it off and put it away for months and becomes uncontactable because of paranoia. Then I realized that my TV was also watching me. Then I realized the toys that I would buy for my children was also watching me. Then I realized that where I live, they had literally camera down every inch of where my surrounding. In my building, in front of my house, my door room, my front door room, there's 6 camera outside my house. And I have no control over these camera. Somebody took it upon themselves to place 6 camera outside my surrounding and decide to sit somewhere and watch my every move. This is psychological and mental torturing. And I was to come to terms with this level of surveillance and learn to live with it. I was able to come to terms and live and function, as I explained, that while in custody, I was housed at one stage at the Southport Max security, where I was monitored through my light bulb, where all communication to me was done through my light bulb. I eat, sleep, shit, piss, under surveillance. Now, I have learned in this big open prison, if I should come out my house right now, go out that door, the first thing I do is dress well. Because to me, it's the movie. If I have to take the bus, I'm on camera. If I have to take the train, I'm on camera. If I have to walk to the shop, every inch of the way is on camera. I go into the shop and monitor on camera. There is nothing I can do today that I am not on camera. I have come to learn that at one stage, I took all of this personally. So it was like, boy, JB, them a monitor me. And me, them a monitor. But now, I have come to realize it is globally. I went on several cruises, and every inch of the cruise, I'm on camera. Now, what prompted me to do this program is a few of my fellow survivor from Forge. You got people now, we stop communicating with each other. We are afraid to communicate with each other. I have making it now where anybody call my phone, I have a button that I touch, which is the recording button. I have learned that a few people have problem with me doing that. Well, I'm going to make it clear now. I have gave out my phone number for you all to feel free and contact me. And I want you to know now that when you call me, you will be recorded. Therefore, if you don't want to be recorded, don't call me. That's clear, disclaimer. Don't need no right from anyone to record the conversation. Now, you got people that take it real personal and they will argue with me for recording their conversation. But today, there's no place to hide. And I find it very difficult that my brother and my sisters find it difficult for JahBunny, to record their conversation when it is okay for them to sit privately and monitor visual, telephonically, everything we do, and you have no problem with that.
Let me give you an example. See this thing right here? It's your phone. You all got one, don't you? You got one? Who don't got one? Do you know that this phone knows everything about you and there are systems that use that information? Like, really, you have no privacy. You do know that when can you give permission to your phone for your phone to use your camera and your microphone on these apps? You think that it's asking for access to all of these things so that it can what? Allow you to go live on Instagram? Allow you to use the microphone so people can hear you? But in the wording, you're giving them access to your microphone and your texts and everything else. And the truth is, you wonder why you sit around with your friends and you say to your friend, girl, I'm hungry. I would like some Papa John's pizza. I ain't had none of that shit in a while. You ain't even on your phone. You and her sitting and y'all talking across the table. Your phone is over here. You get on your phone to scroll through your Instagram feed 5 minutes later, and they tell you there's a Papa John's within 3 miles from where you are, and they bring it right down your timeline. Or maybe you're on Google and you've been searching for the right dress for your friend's wedding or a pair of green heels, whatever the fuck it is you're looking for. And you're looking for it on Google, but then you go to Instagram or Facebook, and all of a sudden they start showing you these stores with them dresses and same shirts you was looking at on Google because your phone know what you was looking at. Now that's the surface. You know what else your phone know? When the fuck you sleep, when you having sex, when you arguing, when you talking about whatever you talking about, who you talking to, why you talking to them, what your routine is, what your habits are. Your phone is collecting your fucking human algorithm along with all the cameras every time you step your ass outside of your house. And your phone is keeping track of everything that you do. Don't your phone know where you drive? Because even if you don't use GPS, which most of us do, you still have things that ask if they can track your location. If you ask yourself, where is the closest, closest restaurant, and you tell them it's near you, they say, can we have your location? You go and look up at Applebee's and they say, can we have your location so we can be more precise? So you are giving your phone that permission. You have apps on your phone. These all seem like wonderful things. You have apps on your phone, right? These apps, Life 360. This Life 360 will tell me exactly where the people on my Life 360 are all the time. I know where my children are all the time. They know where I am all the time as long as that phone is on me. My children know how fast I'm driving. So does the app, right? And it seems like a really fucking great idea. Right? It'll tell me if something happens and one of my children or one of us on the app, if they think we got into a car crash because of the impact, they will let other people know we think they've been into an accident. And we'll even call 911 and tell them where your location is. All of these things sound wonderful, right? It sounds like a great thing, a great technology, something that you would want to have and use. It helps to keep you safe. No. Let me tell you a story that's really, really scary. So me and my brother, we're working on a project a couple of months back, maybe about a year ago. And we're working together and we've been together every damn day for like 2 weeks, right? So his phone is saying that this is the place that he has been at the steadiest because he's been traveling. But he's been at my house for like 2 weeks. So that the phone has decided that my house is home. Okay? The phone has automatically said this is home. Whenever he goes somewhere, they ask him, does he want to go home? And it'll automatically show my address, right? So me and him are talking, and he's like, the phone got your address as home. And it's funny, and we're laughing. But then me and him start talking about him not living here and being here all this time, but this not his house. And we might have been joking about the shit, but we're talking about like, nigga, this ain't even home, but you've been here all this time. Whoop-de-whoop wham. We're having a conversation that he does not live here. Do you know the next time he got on his phone, I need you to hear me really good, y'all. The next time he got on his phone, We weren't on the phone. We didn't Google shit. We didn't tell the phone shit. We weren't texting each other this. We were just talking. The phone the next fucking day, when he was trying to go to what home was, they gave him a location that was in the middle of New York somewhere, which was the last place he was before he came to my house. Because now they're like, well, nigga, we thought this was home based on your algorithms, based on your patterns, but we listened to you, and based off your conversation with your sister, where you are in this location says you're not even, this is not home. So not only are they listening to your conversations, they are actually deciphering what the fuck you're saying. So this machine, this phone is all in our conversation and is intelligent enough to understand that the location says he's at home, but I hear her saying this is not your home, and as long as you've been here, you nigga, this might as well be your home, but you don't live here. And they're listening to all of this, and the phone has decided based on their conversation he don't live here. Now, did you grasp the depths of what I just said to you? So your phone knows when you're asleep. You know why? Because it doesn't move and you don't have it on you. If you snore, your phone can hear that. You need an app to see your sleeping habits. Your phone knows your sleeping habits. Your phone knows whether you're a person that turns over in the middle of the night and you pick your phone up. Your phone knows when you're asleep. Your phone knows when you are having sex. You don't think it do? Well, if it's listening to my conversation with me and my brother, you don't think it ain't listening to that other stuff, and you don't think that AI is smart enough to know, well, damn, okay, sound like they having sex over there. That's called sex. So this is what you're doing. Your phone knows if you cheating on your wife because it listens to your conversation, bruh. Your phone knows everything about you. But the bigger question is, who the fuck is behind the phone that has the access to all of this information? You don't have no privacy in the United States of America. It is all a fucking facade. Everywhere you go, you're being watched. We thought algorithms were cute on social media so you could learn what people like. You could learn what people want to buy. You could learn how to do it for advertisement. No, baby. You thought all of them little apps that do facial recognition was so that you could put a filter on your face so you could really see what you look like when you was 50 years older. You're giving all these things fucking permission. They know what your face looks like. So this is what America is going to look like soon. See, if you've never been to prison, let me explain prison to you. Now, I've been to jail. I ain't been to prison, but I got a degree in criminal justice, and we've walked through quite a few prisons in my college time, right? I've been in a lot of jails. But if you go to prisons, there's cameras. There's cameras. There are people in towers. There's cameras outside. They watch your every move. They're watching what you do. If inmates are talking too much, if you in there with somebody, some of these prisons also have cameras right in the cell with you, so you ain't going nowhere. They know everything you do. When you get on the phone, they listen to your phone calls. This phone call is being recorded. Do they not? They know when you sleep. They know when you eat. They create your habits. So let's go a little deeper. They create your habits. How do they do that? Well, if they know what you think and they know what you do and they want you to do something different, they will just use the media and what they know about you to coerce your emotions and your thoughts to get you to do what they want you to do. Media is a way to remote control a person. You think these thoughts are yours, but they've been subliminally planted into your mind. You tend to think what the news and the media tells you is legit, because how can CNN lie? They're the news, because that's what the fuck they get paid to do. That's what they were created to do. You tell a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. So it doesn't even matter if the shit is true. 90% of what you think and you do every day, from the food that you eat to the clothes that you wear to the conversations you have, are not your own. Has nothing to do with what the fuck you think. It has everything to do with what's been planted in your mind, what you've been told to think, what you've been told to feel, what you've been told to eat, what you've been told is a societal standard, what you have been told is right from wrong. You don't know what the fuck anything is. And I'm not saying that to you as in though I do. I'm saying that for all people in America, this is the conditioning and the prison that we should be talking about. See, they did the same thing to them in Gaza. We're going to get over there and talk about that on MX Network in a minute. But y'all don't see it here because the way they have implemented it, you think that this shit is okay. You are being watched. You're being surveilled. What it looks like is a motherfucker sitting in a room, and maybe that motherfucker one day might not even be a person. Maybe it's another computer reading all of the computers. But what it looks like is You're walking down the street. You are at a stoplight. You're eating a cheeseburger you got for lunch and you're making your way to the train because you're on your way back to where you got to go. And these cameras at any given time can spot you and everybody else walking by, and they're going to say, oh, the camera can see you. They're going to know your face. They're going to say, that's John Brown, age 37. He's eating a cheeseburger today. We watched him walk from Coney Island and get it. He seems a little nervous. Normally when he's on this corner every day because he works 5 days a week, he seems to be stressed. Something must be wrong with this nigga. Like, this is how the computer reads you. It knows that your address is 455. Like, all of this shit comes up about who you are, even to the fact of what your emotion is and how the fuck you feel. Because this is the technology that's in the store. So you don't think that exists? The stores are watching your algorithm. Are you acting nervous? Are you acting like a stealing motherfucker? Are you doing things you don't normally do when you come in the store? They're reading your algorithm. And when you do something out of that algorithm, then the camera starts watching you harder. Those are real technologies, y'all. So there will be no private. And even though you're standing on that corner, you done ate that burger, and you know people have watched you walk past, you still think that there's not somebody that can push a button, nigga, and pull up your whole day. Nigga, you got up, according to all of this technology, at 6:45. Looks like you laid back down because you didn't move around for about 20 more minutes. You made a phone call to your mom. Then you called your girlfriend. Then you went to work. You were 15 minutes late. You drove 45 miles an hour the whole way there. When you got there, this is what you had for lunch based on listening to your conversations, watching you go there. Is that not one level of it? Let's take it to another level of it. So this is on a busy corner. Like back in the day, we were used to seeing some street light cameras on busy intersections for catching people who are speeding and shit, right? But how about when you take it further than that? What about all the cameras that are sitting in your neighborhood? So now Tamika Johnson is standing in her living room with her curtains open. And you can look in there from this camera and you can see what she's in there doing. And she has her cameras open, and based on looking at her facial recognition, you know that this is her. You can tell if something weird is going on in her house. There's not a person across the street looking into her curtains, but the cameras are able to look into her curtains, and she doesn't think somebody is remotely watching her right now while she's doing her yoga. But because her curtains are open, if anybody wants to look at that camera who's behind it can see that this is what she's doing. They know what her routine is. They can hear your conversations. So now not only do they know what you're doing, not only are they looking through your bedroom and your fucking living room windows, they're also listening into your conversations. Does anybody in America want to have that conversation, y'all? This is a fucking open air prison. You are in a prison and you have not begun to see the lockdown that is getting ready to happen. They sent everybody home and gave you niggas commissary. They did. They gave you food packets. They gave you commissary. They gave you a check to sit your ass in the house. They wanted to know if you would do that. So it doesn't matter if Kamala's in the White House. It doesn't matter if Biden is in the White House. This is going to continue to take place, but I need to explain something to y'all on an even deeper level. Okay. I want to talk about how I know where we're going, because what's happening to us is actually happening elsewhere. And the same people who are doing it there are the same people that are doing it to us. And we fail to realize this shit. So I want to have that conversation, y'all. I'm going to get out of here and go over to MX Network. I'm going to cut it off now because we want to finish this conversation. We can't finish it over here.
Make that make sense to me. I mean, the people that have problem with being monitored by me is the mix-up people them. The people them that want to have long chat about other people, chat people business, and can't tell people how them feel to them face. Yeah. I am not a backbiter. And I'm not talking Tom behind Tom back with Dick. JahBunny in none of that. Anything I say on my platform right now, I can say it about anybody that I choose to speak about. So don't come call me with nobody's secret, and don't come share nobody's business with me. This is not a gossip station. This is not a chit-chat station. This is a reality check station. Yeah. So now we have that clear. Now, the next thing I want to address is say no to prostrate butt fucking. Yeah. Over the past 30 years, when I was just 40-something years, I noticed that the doctors here in England, went on a butt breaking campaign. And they start by telling every one of us that we are subject to prostrate issues. And the only way that they can check your prostrate is to butt fuck you. I want it to be known that I, JahBunny, I've never been butt fuck. I've never. Still a virgin. Now, 3/4 of my friend them, I'm speaking from first-hand knowledge. 3/4 of my friend them, I've been butt fuck. And I've attitude with me now because them know me a virgin. 3/4 of my friend them dead. And them claim say a prostrate kill them. 3/4 of my friend them can't fuck because them give consent for them people to not only but fuck them, but to tamper with them scientifically. Now, I, JahBunny, is still here, still a click, still a function, now shoot blank, still resisting the butt fucking. So I, JahBunny, is a virgin. Yeah. Can't talk them way there. Me a virgin in a butt fucking. And me a virgin because me never fuck a whitey yet neither. Me know what to say. Anytime I talk them way there, a whole heap of man I look down and I bend and I look for me sideways because them no virgin in that department. So I am on 2 campaigns. Say no to butt fucking. No butt fucking round here. Under this guise about you checking for prostrate. There's other way to check if you have prostrate without being butt fuck. It's time for us to have some dignity. If you got dead, you got dead. How comes butt fucking have something for you living longer? I mean, I don't know me age already. Enough of my friend them dead. But them are dead a virgin. Because they have been butt fuck. And once you get butt fuck, it's like you lose everything. So I don't want a man come tell me about and try to encourage me to go get butt fuck around here. Keep that to yourself. No butt fucking around here. Now, if you want to discuss that further, then you can do that in my comment with who want to engage you. My position is clear. No butt fucking around here.
Greetings, Marcus I. You hear me, Jabby? Fire bunny. Me don't want you stop blazing fire. You see the new faculty of thinking I'm a general. It make me stop lie to myself, brother. Cause I see in a real life, a long time I question certain things in my J. And you see the same Jesus with the slave master them use and enslave I and I. Selassie, I praise the same Jesus, brother. You see it? And when I grow, I know it's a real Rasta man. Now walk with Jesus. You see it? And I used to see the thing like look religious in a but bad man, me dash whole I religious part in a bad man. Cause this movement is a stepping movement in a J. And I give thanks to the I now. Yes, I give thanks to the I. Marcus I live. That's what I think that now in a J. Yes, I. Black, gold and green. I now walk with the red, green and gold no more. Cause when I pray the thing, King Selassie I sell out.